and it's not our parents' fault or their parents' fault, because it's just how it's been for many generations. But we are told to go to school, if possible, go study, then go and work for a boss for the next 40 years in order to retire. And we all know that that doesn't really work that much anymore, because people work for a boss for 40 years in order to not retire, because there's just not enough money. People think they have enough put away, and then reality hits them. And it is in fact not the case. Right. So what we always say is, if you're happy with working for a boss and earning your salary for the next 40 years, good on you. Right. But instead of working for a boss for 40 years, guys, you can put your money into places, into opportunities where if you work hard for the next 3 to 5 years, you can actually retire early. And that is what we're going to show you today. Okay, so we trade in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, right? For those of you not too familiar with cryptocurrencies, it's a digital and global money system, right? So it's a currency just like the rand and the dollar and the yen. Okay, the only difference is it's all digital. You will never hold a Bitcoin or a cryptocurrency in your hand, right? Okay, so we all believe that Bitcoin and cryptos is the next step in the evolution of money. And the reason we say that is because that we are already in the digital age. We are already making use of our bank cards, our debit cards, credit cards, online banking, and cell phone banking. It's all digital, guys. You're not sitting with cash in your pocket, okay? Although there are some people that still go into the bank and to do that, like working with cash, okay? We believe that in the next 10 years time or so, we will be a cashless society. There won't be any cash going around. And that is why cryptos is so important, because that's the direction that we are moving in. It's a peer-to-peer technology. All payments are recorded on a public ledger called the blockchain, and they call Bitcoin the cash for the internet. So Bitcoins can be sent from anywhere in the world. There's no bank that can block the payments, and they can also not close your account, because we are cutting out the middleman, and we are now taking back control and ownership of our money. It's not being controlled anymore for us. Okay, so we are saying that we are now becoming the masters. We are no longer the slaves. Bitcoin is global and not affected by any single country's financial situation or stability. And this is because it is decentralized, because they can't really touch it. Okay. So how do you participate? How can you own some Bitcoin? Guys, so in South Africa specifically, there are a couple of popular wallets. So a wallet is actually like a bank account for your cryptocurrencies. It's where you store your crypto, where you can exchange, where you can trade and actually send crypto to and from your account. So the most popular ones in South Africa is currently Luno and VALR, VALR. Okay, these apps you can actually download from your App Store or your Play Store. It's for free. You then go and you register on these apps, and you make that app a beneficiary in your bank account, right? And then you transfer money from your bank account into the app, and in the app you then purchase some Bitcoin, and then you are the proud owner of some Bitcoin. Then we have an exchange called Altcoin Trader, also very popular in South Africa. That's an exchange where you can basically buy and sell. Okay, and for the people maybe dialing in from other countries, blockchain is also a very popular wallet and exchange. So you just need to find out in your country which is the best wallet for you to use in order to purchase some Bitcoin. But let's say now you have Luno and you have put some money in there, you have bought yourself some Bitcoin, and now you're waiting for the Bitcoin price to go up in order for you to sell for a profit. We call that buy and hold. Okay, because you buy Bitcoin, you hold it, and you wait for the profits from the price that goes up. The problem here, guys, is that if you buy Bitcoin today, if you can afford to buy one whole Bitcoin today for 170,000 Rand or 180,000 Rand, and the price goes up to 300,000 and you sell, then you've made a good profit, okay? But now you're basically out of the game, because you are now going to have to wait for the price to drop either, or you are going to have to use some of your profits to purchase again your next Bitcoin. And that is why we as Mining City concentrate on Bitcoin mining. And that's why we say that mining is just so much more profitable and there's so much more benefits than buying and holding. Because with Bitcoin mining, we accumulate coin by mining on a daily basis. So every day we mine a bit of Bitcoin. So a week from now, I have more than what I'm sitting with today. And the whole idea behind it is that, guys, I want to mine Bitcoin for the next 3, 4, or 5 years. And if the Bitcoin price then sits on $100,000 per coin, and I'm sitting with 50 or 100 coins in my wallet, well, you can do the calculation. There's a couple of million that you will be sitting with in your wallet. Right. So what is Bitcoin mining? Mining plays two major roles in maintaining the Bitcoin network: the confirming of transactions and issuing new coins. It's also good for you guys that's not familiar with cryptos and Bitcoin to go and read up upon it to see exactly how it works. We just don't have enough time to go into too much detail, but basically each Bitcoin miner gets a code that goes into that computer, and it's all mathematics, right? And the first computer that solves that equation then confirms a transaction, and that is how a Bitcoin is issued. So our company focuses on two major products: Bitcoin and Bitcoin Vault. So Bitcoin has been around for about 12 years, since 2008. And then the new kid on the block is the Vault. It's been launched the end of November 2019, and it's been exceeding everyone's expectations. And all of us has been smiling on our way to the banks. Every night when the mining machines pay out, yeah, it's just a very good feeling to know there's a passive income coming into your account and you are not lifting a finger for it. So we're going to talk about each of these products, right? But you will see that at the end of the day, currently Vault is our #1 performer. Just some comparison between the two coins for your information. So Bitcoin, there will be only 21 million Bitcoin to be mined in its lifetime, right? There's a halving that takes place every 4 years. So the halving is an event that takes place every 4 years. What happens there is the amount of Bitcoin that gets generated in a block every 10 minutes actually gets cut in half. So for an example, before the halving 2-3 weeks back, we generated 12.5 Bitcoins in a block every 10 minutes. Then when the halving happened, they cut it, and now we're only generating 6.25 Bitcoin every 10 minutes per block, which means the Bitcoin is getting scarcer, and because of that, there's more demand for it, and obviously more demand drives the price. And it is also because of the halving that the last Bitcoin will only be mined in the year 2140, over 100 years from now. Because there's only 3 million Bitcoin left to be mined, but because of the halving, that stretches the time frame up to 120 years. Okay, with Bitcoin, a transaction cannot be reversed. It does have a higher value currently. And then Vault, we're going to talk about Vault. Vault, on the exact same principles, 21 million Bitcoin. The big difference there is that Vault will be halved every 6 months. And the reason for that is that we want Vault to catch up with the Bitcoin price within the next 4 to 5 years. And the way Vault has been performing currently, it's well on track to actually achieve that. So Vault is a long-term store of value, and this will be the first ever crypto coin that will be able to reverse a transaction within 24 hours. And that will be one of the pulling forces for this coin and why people will be interested in it. And it's also got very, very good security features attached to it as well. So although Vault has got a lower value, so a lower value per coin at the moment, it does yield back much higher rewards for the miners. But let's start off with Bitcoin. These are the Bitcoin entry-level packages. So you've got your primary, your standard, and your bronze. So if you want to invest into a Bitcoin miner, these are your entry-level packages. So it's all done in dollars. So for the people in South Africa, or if you are around the world somewhere where you don't work in dollars, just do the conversion according to today's exchange rate to get a good idea of what the package will cost you. Right. So what do you get for your investment? Guys, you get 1,100 days of mining. That's 3 years, right? But we will show you later on in the presentation how that becomes for the rest of your life. After you purchase your package, you will actually start mining 10 days after. So if you purchase today, 10 days from today, you will start mining. At the bottom there is the type of equipment that we use. It's a WhatsMiner M21S. And then very important is the hash rate. So the hash rate of your computer or your miner, right, is the speed at which that miner generates Bitcoin. So you will see the higher your investment, the higher your hash rate as well, which means you just mine quicker. At the bottom is the binary points, guys, just what each package value is worth in the binary system. For the investors listening in this morning, you don't have to take too much notice of that at the moment. That we will talk about in the second half of the presentation. Okay. So your returns on your investment. Guys, this is what you can get back on your entry-level packages. So although it doesn't look like a lot of money, if you go and calculate it, it's about 4 times more that you will get out of this miner than you will get in any bank for the same investment. And this you need to now keep in mind. Remember, this is at the current Bitcoin price. Now people are already talking about the $20,000 or $30,000 Bitcoin price by next year this time, right? So if that happens, that means that this returns of yours will also be about 3 times more. So imagine what it will be once Bitcoin comes to 100,000 US dollars, and there are people talking about $1 million Bitcoin price in the next 7 to 10 years. So then your profits will skyrocket. Okay, it's still not a bad investment. So let's look at the top of the range packages in the company, your silver, your gold, and your platinum. Okay, so $2,400 for silver, $4,200 for gold, and $12,600 for your platinum package. Same principles, 3 years worth of mining, you start 10 days after, and this is what you can look at coming to your returns or your profits. So, right, still very good. For a $2,400 investment, you get $50 monthly back and more. Remember guys, once again, as the Bitcoin price goes up, so does your profits. If it goes down, it's like any other currency, it fluctuates. So on a daily basis, you might have different incomes, but on a monthly basis, that is the average that you will be looking at. Okay, and currently the platinum packages, it is a lot of money, it is expensive, but it is yielding insanely good rewards on the Vault side. And we will talk about Vault just now. So this is still Bitcoin, and I hope you understand, and that this has already got you a bit of excitement going, because what we're going to show you next will actually blow your mind. So Vault, our new kid on the block, right? Vault packages exactly the same as that of Bitcoin. Okay, everything exactly the same. The different people come in on your returns. So look at that. If you can remember what we said, I mean on the primary package on the Bitcoin, okay, your earnings monthly was $7. Now you're looking at about 6 times more at $45 monthly. So that is why we recommend Vault to people when they come into the business for now. Not that Bitcoin is a bad investment, but now currently Vault is yielding the most returns. So a standard, you get $90 back a month, and on a bronze, you're looking at about $150. Guys, this is about 10 times more than any bank will give you with the same investment. It means that you can make your investment back within 6 to 8 months, and from there onwards, everything is profits. And once again, keep in mind, as the Vault price goes up, so will your returns. So you can even make this back sooner. Let's look at the top packages, right? This is just the pricing, everything exactly the same. Now we get to the incomes, the profits. Now look at that. Your gold and your platinum is yielding insanely good returns these days. The people that's already part of this company and mining on these packages are extremely happy and satisfied, because guys, there is no other investment that you can make back this kind of money for the same money that you put in. And again, just bear in mind, it is estimated. Why? Once again, because of the fact that it's a currency and it fluctuates, but that gives you a good idea of the average income that you can get from those packages. Okay, so I hope that got you excited. I hope that you're doing some calculations there where you're sitting, because remember now, once again, you want to be mining coin for the next couple of years. So if you can happen to mine 300 coins over the next, let's say, course of the next 3 to 4 years or 5 years, right? And you have 300 coins, and then by that time, the Vault price is just, remember now, they want Vault to go up to the Bitcoin price of 150, 180,000 Rand. Let's not even think that big. If you are sitting with 300 coins in the next 3 years' time, and the vault price is sitting at, let's say, 10,000 Rand. Okay, sorry guys, I'm working in Rand for the South African people. Then you will be sitting with 3 million in your bank account in 3 years' time by sitting back and doing nothing for a once-off investment. Okay, now the scary and the nice thought is that if your 300 coins are then in fact worth 150,000 Rands over the next 4 to 5 years, people, that's an astounding 45 million in your bank account, in your pocket. Your coins in your wallet will be worth 45 million. Okay, so let that sink in, right? This is the potential. This is what's great about the business, and this is what all of us are working towards, and that is why we are smiling every night when we get paid through our mining. This is just a screenshot to give you an idea what the returns are currently on a platinum package, on the current price, okay? So this is 1 day mining returns on a platinum package. 1 day, this is the first day the person got paid out of his mining from platinum. It's $107. So if you take $107 times 30, it gives you $3,210 per month, okay? For the South African people, that comes close to about 56 to 60,000 Rand monthly by investing once and not lifting a finger. Okay. Then what we are also very excited about, guys, so we are busy testing crypto debit cards. And once these cards are in place, what we can then do is we can transfer our Bitcoin or even our vault, hopefully, from our back office into this card. And you then go and you swipe this card at any shop. It will automatically convert your Bitcoin into ZAR or the currency of your country that you're in. Okay, and that's a way of us then taking our money back and having control over it, instead of now taking it from your back office to your wallet, back into your bank account before you can use it. This will just streamline the process. So as soon as this has been tested and everything has been confirmed, it will be made available to the Mining City community, and that's going to be an exciting time for all of us. Right, so for all the investors listening in this morning and watching, right, if you want to become an investor, guys, this is what you need to do. You purchase your package, you start mining in 10 working days, you get paid daily, so your miner pays you out on a daily basis. It's 100% passive income, there's no maintenance plan, and you pay in once and never again. Unless if you want to upgrade your packages, right? And you can do that. So you can actually start at a primary or a standard, and you can always upgrade to the next package until you then reach your gold or your platinum. And you can also buy as many packages as you would like. Okay, so that was for the investors, guys. This was the first half of the business was the investment side. Now we come to the second part of the business, which is the business building. Okay, and guys, this is not compulsory. You decide if you want to build a business. I can just recommend to you that if this is the way you want to go, this is where you will be making more money, quicker money, and you will be astounded to see what people actually make out of the business. So let's see what that's about. Build your business. Guys, building your business is basically your typical MLM network marketing business. Okay, so this is all 5 different streams of income over and above your mining. Your miner is mining for you, you're getting paid monthly. This is what you can earn over and above that. Okay, so there are full share bonuses, there's a $200 binary cycle bonus, a $10 team matching bonus, there are repurchases, and like in any other network marketing company, there's ranks, and these ranks obviously have certain opportunities connected to them. So we will talk through everything. So let's start with the full share bonuses. Full share bonuses, another good word for it is commissions that get paid to you. So if you decide to build a business and you talk to 5 people who are interested and they come into the business, then the system automatically puts those 5 people in your team A. Okay, and for your team A, you will then get rewarded 5% commission on the value of the package that they have purchased. Then from your 6th person up to infinity, the system puts them in team B. Okay, and team B members gets awarded 10% Okay, so from the 6 member that you put in or bring into the business, you will get rewarded 10% of the value of that package. So if you manage to bring in a gold package worth $4,200, you will get paid out $420 that same evening. And then those guys you see in the yellow jackets there, they are not safety officers. They are what we call the business builders. They are the guys that go out there, that builds the business, that grows the business, that actually teach the people that come in to duplicate what they do. And that is how you get this business to grow very quickly. So you need to have a builder in your team A and at least have a builder in your team B. Right. Now we go over to the cycles. This is the exciting one for everyone. Guys, this is your binary tree. This is what it looks like. It's a structure. It's a structure that's used all over the world. Okay, in corporate companies, in government, in churches, you have your CEO on top, your board of directors just below them, your managers, and then your workers at the bottom. So, what do you need to do to achieve a cycle? Because a cycle gives you $200 that same evening. So what you need is 5 credits. This is what the system requires. The system requires you to have 5 credits on your left-hand side and also 5 credits on your right-hand side. So where do the credits come from? You will see on the right-hand side top here, each package actually has a certain amount of credits attached to it. Okay, so for the ease of this exercise and to make it better for you to understand, we're going to use the gold package. So let's say you put a gold package at the bottom here. You see the left-hand side, the gold spillover at the bottom. Okay. What this basically means, a spillover, is that someone on top of you, your upline actually came down. They saw you had an opening over here and they placed the gold package, right? And because he placed a gold package, that 7 credits of the gold goes through to the guy on top, to his right-hand side, the person on top of him to his left, and you get 7 credits on your left-hand side. Now let's say you put another gold on the right-hand side. So on the right leg, the same applies. Those 7 credits work their way up to the top, and you will be sitting with 7 left and 7 right. That evening, automatically, the system is going to come and take away the 5 and the 5 that it requires. You will be left with a balance of 2 left and right, and you will generate a cycle of $200 that same evening. Okay. So guys, it doesn't matter how deep the structure goes. If it's 50 levels down and it falls in your structure still, in your binary, and someone puts in a platinum package, those 21 credits comes through all the way to the top. So everyone benefits. Okay, so the harder the team works and the better the team works together, the better everyone else benefits from it. Because all those credits come through, and then what normally happens is one side of your business, the one leg normally runs because you have a builder in there, and all you then have to do is just concentrate on the right. So a lot of the times 50% of your business gets done for you. You just need to concentrate on the other 50%. And that is why we talk about the spillovers as well, because the guys on top of you can actually come down and assist you and put people in these blocks in order for you to get credits. Right, so I hope you understand this. You understand how it works and how you actually generate a cycle, because guys, there are people that cycles maximum every day of their lives. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Depending on the ranking that you are on, you can cycle a certain amount of times on a daily basis. We will talk about the rankings later, but just to give you a quick brief overview. So let's say you start as a citizen, right? And you work your way up to a governor. So you can see on citizens, they can cycle a max of 4 times daily, which is $800. Now guys, even that, if you can manage to build your business into such a way that you can cycle $800 on a daily basis, that's a good income that you're making for yourself. Okay? As you then go up into the ranks, you can see the guys can cycle more and more and more, and your governors can cycle a max of 14 times a day. That's a maximum of $2,800 on a daily basis, and there are people that are doing it currently. Guys, it's not to say that you are going to cycle 4 times when you're a citizen. It all depends on how your business grows and how you work the system, but this is the potential. So you can go and do the calculations. There's a lot of our team that cycled last night, right? And we are happy, very happy for them. They've been working hard, and now they are getting rewarded for that. Okay. Then you get a binary team matching bonus. What this basically means is if you come and you see one of your downline needs 1 credit to cycle, and you actually place someone for them in that block to assist them to cycle, the system will then reward you with an extra $10 for helping your team. So if you manage to help 3 people cycle that day, you will get rewarded with an extra $30, which means just more money in your pocket. Then we come to the repurchases. Guys, so how the repurchases work, I'm just going to work on the top 3 packages. The same principle applies for the lower packages. So if you set your miner on, let's say, a 20% repurchase, that means that 80% of your mining profits will be paid into your account, into your wallet, and 20% of that will go back into the system, and that the company uses for upgrades and maintenance of the facilities and so on. But also what happens with the 20% that goes back, once it has reached 1% of your package value, so let's talk about the silver. So once it's reached 1%, the $24, your team A will be paid 10% of that, and your team B 20%, which is only $2.4 and $4.8. It's not a lot of money, but guys, as your business grows, you can be sitting with 20 or 30 pages of this, okay, on a daily basis. And then if you start adding everything together, then all of a sudden it becomes very good income. And this actually becomes the biggest income eventually, depending on how big your business becomes, right? So just some more money in your pocket, guys. Yeah, we've got the big figures under the commissions and the cycles, but believe me, all these smaller numbers also add up. So I hope you understand how the repurchases work, right? Because why is repurchases also important? It's because of this. Remember, I said to you in the beginning, you are going to be mining for the rest of your life, and this is why. So once your repurchase percentage has made up 1% of your package value, the system automatically opens up an additional mining share for you for the next 3 years. So another 1,100 days of mining gets added to that package of yours, which means, guys, if you get an additional share every 2 months, by the end of the year, you can be sitting with 10 or 20 years worth of mining. Okay, and that's why we say you will mine for the rest of your life. If you happen to go and you do not set your miner on a repurchase, you keep it at 0 for 3 years straight, then after the 3 years, your contract will expire and you will have to purchase again a new package. But if you keep it on your repurchases, guys, and you can play around with it, you can set it on a 0 for a couple of months, because what's going to happen then is your hash rate is going to go up, and when you start mining, you'll mine back more, and then as soon as you are happy with it, you set it back onto a 10 or 20%, and you will get the additional shares. Right. So for a once-off investment, you can mine for the rest of your life. Now let's talk about the ranks quickly. Okay, we've got just a couple of slides left, guys. So I hope you're all still with me, and I hope you understand. We know it's a lot of information to take in one session. And that is why we also always request and say to people that they are welcome to contact us afterwards or to join the next presentation. Okay. So the ranks. Doesn't matter which package you purchase, you start off as a citizen. In order for you to become a city builder, you need to sponsor 5 citizens. So you need to bring 5 citizens into the business, and you need to have a total sales volume for you and your team of $12,000. So remember, you and your team, so it's not just yourself, so you and everyone below you in your structure needs to achieve that $12,000. Okay, so then for you to become a city developer, you need to have 3 city builders under you. So 3 of your people under you needs to climb the ranks to the next level in order to push you through to become a developer. And there you need to have a sales volume of $60,000 for you and the team. Then we are now moving into the top ranks in the company, right? We're not going to talk about everything. I think you guys get the drift, how it works, in order for you to upgrade to the next level. So this is your managers. Then you get your city chief manager, and you get your city mayors. Guys, now these are people that's not sitting back. They are working very hard, right? Some of them travel the world. They are in different countries on a daily basis. These people work 12 to 16 hours every day. They've got big teams. and they have taught those teams to duplicate what they do, and that is the reason why they are sitting on these levels. That is also the reason why they are earning the money that they are earning. Because look at that sales volume on a city mayor. They've brought in $12 million into the company. That's insane. Okay. Then we've added another one into the ranks, which is a governor. And a governor needs 3 city mayors in his team and a sales volume of $100 million. So, hard workers, people that's taking control of their own destiny, that make things happen. They don't wait for things to happen to them. They make things happen. They go and they chase success. They don't sit back and wait for success to come to them. These are the people that decided, guys, I don't want to work for a boss for the next 40 years. I'm going to work twice as hard for myself, but in order to know that I can retire early and be set and financially free for the rest of my life. So once you also come to these ranks, and once you start climbing ranks, the company will also pay out certain bonuses. And I hope the company that you are currently working for pays you your bonus because of your hard-earned money, okay? And the time and effort that you put into the company, I hope you get rewarded for that. Because guys, I think all of us got a rude awakening, or a lot of people who thought that their jobs were secured and that nothing can go wrong at the workplace. Here comes the pandemic, the corona, and people are now, unfortunately, and it's very sad, losing their jobs, not getting paid, and a lot of people are going to have to start over. And that is why I think a lot of people are looking into opportunities like this, because our business has boomed the last 2 months. We had our best months ever, and it's because of people looking at different means of making an income and keeping their money safe. So when you become a builder, they reward you with $100 worth of Bitcoin. Once you become a developer, it's $250, and then a manager, you get $3,500, and also a MindBest Smile S1 phone. This phone was actually designed by one of the CEOs, the CEO of MindBest. Okay, he's a very, very good and talented inventor. And this phone, when you go and purchase it, is going to set you back about 20,000 Rand, if I'm not mistaken. So you get your $3,500 plus you get a phone. Then city chief managers, okay, $50,000 as a bonus. Remember, this is once off, guys. This is over and above your earnings. So $50,000 or a car to the value of that package or that amount. So if you rather would like a Mercedes-Benz E-Class than the $50,000, you have the choice. Then your mayors gets a check of $100,000 or the car to the same value once again. And then your governors, $350,000 or an apartment anywhere in the world. It's your choice, and they will purchase it for you for that value. So this is how we get rewarded, and this is why a lot of people are working so hard, because they actually make a living. This is their plan A, guys. And I promise you, people always talk about having a plan B. There shouldn't be a plan B, there should only be a plan A. Okay, so just to give you something to think about and to make you not sleep tonight, I'm going to tell you what these people are earning. Guys, and when I'm talking about these earnings, it doesn't say that everyone on these levels and ranks make the same, because you get people who just work harder than others. And obviously the harder you work, okay, the more you will earn. And that is what's nice about this company, guys, and what sets it apart. Because when people are talking about pyramid schemes and stuff like that, what normally happens there is the guy on top is the guy making all the money. So you can be sitting 5 lines down from your upline, okay? And if you're a hard worker and you do what you're told, then you can actually earn more than the guy sitting on top. Although everyone benefits out of the credits that we talked about, because that guy is bringing in more people, he gets more commissions and things like that. So the guy sitting 5 levels down from you can be making more money. Okay. So, but I'm going to give you good estimates here. I'm going to show you and tell you what the potential is in the business. So from your manager upwards to your governors, people, we are talking between 300,000 to 6 million Rand a month. Let that sink in. So I hope for you guys that's been working for 20 or 30 years, earning a good salary, I think that puts things into perspective. because you are just working to making your boss rich. You could have been working to making yourself a lot of money. So yes, guys, between 300,000 to 6 million rand a month. For the people in other countries, we're talking about what, $20,000 up to about $200,000 on a monthly basis out of the business. Okay, so that's the potential, guys. It works for other people. If other people can do it, so can you. Okay, we're almost done. I'm going to show you a quick little video about our launch that we had last year, October. Okay, that's when the two CEOs came down to South Africa and we had our African launch. It was an awesome event. I think we were about 300 or 400 people. And the end of this year, if all goes well and the corona has come and gone, hopefully, we will have the same event, but this time we're expecting around 3,000 to 4,000 people. So I'll just have a quick look and then we're going to wrap things up. Once again, it was an awesome event and we're hoping to have a lot more of them coming soon. Guys, this is just some pictures that was taken from the event. On the left hand side top, we have Bactus and his wife Christo with VL, and on the right hand side is Bactus with Greg. Then we've got a picture there of people on the right hand side just enjoying, having a good time. If you look all the way at the back, there's a bald, overweight guy standing there. That is me, just to show you that I was there. Okay, just a little bit of a joke. So at the bottom here, Bactus and Krista standing with a guy called Mr. Bitcoin. You can actually go and purchase his book. It's called Mr. Bitcoin, and you can read on how this young chap became a multi-millionaire out of Bitcoin at the age of 21. Then in the middle here at the bottom, we've got Bactus and Krista with John, right? Now guys, John is one of the highest earners in the business, if not the highest, also one of the highest ranks. Now this guy at a stage was earning 1.5 to 2 Bitcoin on a daily basis. So to put that in perspective, in South African rands, you're looking at about 250,000 Rand every day of his life. I'm pretty sure that amount has now grown substantially. Okay, we actually saw people's wallet the other day sitting on $12 million. So if you work that back, his Mining City wallet contains about 224 million Rand worth of coins. Okay, so yes, I know big numbers. Guys, it's not easy to grasp it until you start making that money, and then things start to change for you. The day after the launch, EL met with Mr. Ramaphosa. Him and his son is heavily invested into the business and into cryptos because his son is the ambassador for the fourth industrial revolution in South Africa. Okay, he's also one of our guest speakers at the events, and it's good to hear all the testimonies and also to listen to what they have to say and why they went into cryptos and what they expect the future will bring for us. Okay, so it's nice to know that big businessmen like them are also a part of this because they are seeing the potential, they're grabbing it with both hands. And that is our presentation for this morning, guys. This slide says exactly what it says. Take control of your financial future, because at this time, if your money is in the bank, you're working for a boss, I'm sorry to say, but you do not have control of your money or your financial future, right? So at the end of the day, you need to decide, are you going to become an investor? Are you going to become a business builder, or both? What I can promise you is the potential is there. If you put in the time, if you are willing to just concentrate on that four-letter word that's called work, and you follow the system and you duplicate what the rest do, and you have a mentor in the business, you can be making a lot of money as well. You just need to decide. Do you want to make an extra 5 grand a month? Want to make an extra 50? Or do you also want to be earning $500,000 to R1 million on a monthly basis? That choice is up to you guys. Okay, in life, you take control, you make decisions, and 95% of the time, the situations we are in and where we find ourselves is because of our own choices. So the only person that can determine your future and how successful you will be is that little guy standing, looking back at you in the mirror every morning. So you need to start having good conversations and important conversations with that person, because that's the only person that can make things happen in your life. Guys, thanks again for joining in. I hope you had a good time. I hope you learned something. I hope we got you excited, and we are very, very excited looking forward to welcoming you to this opportunity and to the business. Okay, we are here to help, we are here to mentor, and we are here to get wealthy together. So if you are interested, if you want to know more, please contact the person who invited you to this presentation or referred you, okay, and they will help you to get on board. Or you're also more than welcome to give me a call. My contact details are on the screen there. Okay, so there's my mobile number, 079 525 1293, or you can also reach me at bruce@cryptocity.co.za. Right, so we're going to go over to the questions now. I'm going to go through the chats quickly and then see if there's any hands raised, and we will answer one or two before wrapping up. Okay, let's see. Yes, definitely. King Ellis, please send us a recording copy of this presentation. Thanks. We will do that. Crystal will most likely post it onto all the groups. So there's no questions on the chat box. Guys, is there anyone that wants to ask a question? Just raise your hand and I will unmute you. And we will answer one or two questions, and then we will close for this morning. Right, okay. No, it doesn't seem to be there's any questions, so hopefully we did a good job, and hopefully you understand, guys. So let me just see, another chat came through here. Daphne says he doesn't understand how the repurchases work. So just in short again, Daphne, you purchase your miner and you then go in and you set your miner on a repurchase percentage. A good rule of thumb is 20%. Which means that 80% of the money that you make comes into your wallet. 20% basically gets reinvested. It goes back into the system. That, like I said, the company uses for maintenance and upgrades of the facilities. And also that 20% that goes back assists you with getting more shares. More shares worth 3 years of mining. So for every 1% that you make up of your package value, you get an additional 3 years mining. And that is how you will mine for the rest of your life. So that's the benefit of the repurchases. Okay. So I hope it makes it clear. If not, we can maybe have a one-on-one and we can just explain it to you a little bit better. Okay, once again, if they are listening in, Bertus and Christa, thank you so much for the opportunity. Appreciate it as always. Bertus, anything from your side?
Hi, Bruce. Yes, thank you so much for the presentation. It's awesome to have you as a presenter on, and I think you do an awesome job. Thank you so much for being a presenter, and that you're coming through as a huge marketing on Mining City. And yes, all of us is going to go to the top, and that we all on the Zoom that we can make money. Thank you so much, Bruce.
Great stuff, Bertus. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the words. I see we do have a hand raised here quickly. Lily's iPhone, I'm just going to unmute you. Let me just see here. Unmute. Why is it not unmuting? Let me just try. Lily, can you unmute yourself perhaps? Well, for some reason I can't unmute Lily. Lily, can you try to unmute yourself? Okay, no, it doesn't look like. She's coming through. Guys, so then that was our presentation for this morning. Thank you so much once again. Please note, as you can see on the screen there, we have these presentations Wednesdays at 7 o'clock, Wednesday evening, 7 o'clock South African time. Okay. And we also have them again on Saturday mornings at 11 o'clock South African time. So keep your eyes on the WhatsApp groups and on the links on Telegram. And then, yeah, please feel free to join us, and we will always share the times with you before the time. So have yourselves a fabulous weekend, a very good day. Stay safe, God bless, and then we see you on Wednesday evening.